I am dabbing this in. Okay, that put the foundation down. So, yes ma'am, that's fine. Ginger, can you bring that back so I can see what you have? Let me see. You can use a little bit of that, that's fine. So I took the concealer, I put it underneath my eyes in a traditional sense, I put it in my nose, I put it up here, a little bit on my chin, came up here, then I put foundation straight on top of that. I have to let this foundation dry so it doesn't move, okay? While I'm waiting for this foundation to dry, I am going to use this time to contour the other side of my face and blend in the way that I traditionally put my makeup on, because I don't want layer upon layer upon layer. So, on this side, I'm going to start contouring. How am I going to start this out? A couple of things. I'm using the Whisper Pink as the highlight. I'm using Garnet to contour, and I'm using the Mocha Shimmer, Java Shimmer to shadow, okay? And then I'm using also the Pearlizer with the Make Sense Cream Beige Foundation to go in and fill them in, okay? And this is gonna be basically one layer of color. I'm going to move quickly because I don't want this to set before I can move it. One of the things that is a challenge here is I'm using my phone as a mirror, and that's really kind of difficult. It's not as exact as if I were to be in front of a mirror. So I have to ask for your grace in that margin of error in doing this. Did I get that everywhere I needed? Okay. Shadowing and contouring. You never, ever, ever want to bring contouring. If you draw a line from the end of your eye down, never bring your contour beyond that point. Where you're contouring is if we had some kind of weird axis here. Top of your ear to the corner of your mouth. That's where you contour, right along there, and then you don't go past your eye. So it'd just be this area right here, okay? This is not going to be heavy contouring because this is daytime. But I'm still going to show you what I'm doing. And if you chose to contour more heavily, knock yourself out, especially for like a conference, going to church maybe a little bit, but you can totally contour up when you're going out at night and stuff. Shadowing. I'm going to use some shadow. I'm using the Mocha Java Shimmer to shadow. And I'm shadowing in the areas where I would naturally shadow. I'm going to come in up here. Yeah. Okay. On my nose. Right in there. Hey, Gingy baby. And then last but not least, Gingy, can you bring back that gloss that you just took, please?
I forgot.
Yeah, you dropped it, but can you go get it for me, please?
Okay.
Yes, you can, baby tots.
Okay.
You can. Actually, this is not last but not least. I'm going to take in and move in some foundation. I'm mixing a little bit of pearlizer, a little bit of my foundation. No, ma'am, you may not. No, ma'am, you may not. Honey, I know what's in your hands, but you know what, Missy Wissy? Your little hands didn't bring the gloss back to me. No, ma'am.
I need this to me.
Can you go get that for me?
Yes, I go get this.
You are a good, good girl. Thank you, Gingy baby. Alright, coming up here, and I've got to move quickly because this stuff dries. Pearlizer, another little dollop, and I am going to make my blush. And I'm going to make my blush by taking just a dab of pearlizer, and I'm going to roll it onto this plastic cap. I don't want to waste product. And thank you, Ginger. Thank you, honey. Thank you, baby. Thank you. I need to hang on to this. Thank you. And I'm going to mix them together. And then I'm taking Gingy, honey. Gingy, honey. I'm going to take... Sweetie, you can lose it in just a second, okay?
Okay.
And then, yes, ma'am, after I'm finished. And I'm going to work this in like this. Along that line. Okay. Keep working it. Keep working it, because that moisture is helping to lift and work in that contouring line. Okay, now, got this. You can put some of that on. I'm taking my damp sponge.
I can't.
And I'm going to start working in here. Now, yes ma'am, I am dabbing this in. This is a damp sponge. But the more this has time to dry, the more effort it's going to take. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm not rubbing. I am dabbing, just like that, okay? Here, Gingy. There you go, honey bunny. There you go. I am blending. That is all I am doing here. Taking the corner, coming into my eye. You're okay. You can come over around this way, honey bunny. Sweetie, go around the table and you can get to me. You don't have to go path of most resistance, little lady. You can use that. You can use it. Go ahead. It'll look very pretty on you. And I'm taking this and dabbing it. Now, if you feel like this is moving awful quickly and it overwhelms you, then take it in stages. Do just your forehead, then move on to just your nose and your eye, then move on to your cheek and your jaw and come down that way, okay? I have to move quickly because this dries, and once it dries, it's set. I don't want to pull. That's not to say that I can't undo it or fix it or whatever, but I want to use...
I did this.
Good job. No, let's not use that one. That one's a little dark on you, lady. Here, Gingy, use this one. Use this one. That one looked very pretty. I want to use as little amount of... Yes, ma'am, I will. I want to use the least amount of product as possible. I just want to be conservative and smart about it. Okay, do you see that? Here, lady. Ginger wants some glass. Wait, I want to cinch that down really well. Here you go, little lady. Okay. If I feel like there are any areas that really came off too dark, it's okay, because I can then take my pearlizer and go back and highlight, okay? But right now, honestly, that looks pretty good to me. Now, bear in mind, this is a little imperfect from my vantage point, mostly because, did you drop it, honey?
Yes.
Did you? It's in your hand. Because I'm using the camera as my mirror as opposed to a mirror. So, here you go, little honey. Yeah, it's in that hand right there, see? So that can create some distinction. In Memento, please. So the benefit of contouring is in that one overall step, my face is finished except for my eyes, okay? I'm not going to set it with powder unless... I don't know, unless I needed to, but I don't feel like I need to. Not with this. It dries. By the time it dries, it's a very flawless finish, and it feels very light. And I really don't want to add any weight to that. Okay, so this side is the contoured side. This side is just the basic foundation side. Can you see the difference? Can you see that? Okay. Now I'm going to go back in. So I'm done with this side. In that crazy looking appearance, I'm done with that side. Now we're going to move on to this side. The next thing I would naturally do is put blush on. We've waited long enough that I feel like I can put blush on. I'm going to use the leftovers from this brush when I created the blush for this side. Now, I'm going to have to blend a bit more with this because when I'm layering a bunch of makeup, I'm going to have to be mindful to blending in the end. Okay, so I have that blush on. And I'm going to now use a little bit of the Pearlizer and the Java Mocha Shimmer, and I'm going to make just, and I mean, not even a drop of that in the Mocha Java Shimmer. Mix those two together. And that's going to create somewhat of an ashy brown look for me. And I'm going to use this color as what would traditionally be like a bronzer. And I don't have much time. And I'm going to work it in. Dab, 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 dab. Never, never, never rub, 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 rub. Dab, 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 dab. I used the garnet up here before. But I used the garnet to blend in last time, but I'm not doing that. Okay. And then I would use this to come down on the nose just a bit, come in toward the peak of that eyebrow, to slim my nose down just a bit. Okay. This is daytime and I really don't want drama. I want a very subtle contrast. Okay. You see the difference? Multiple layers, and this is basically a blending all in one. If I want to even them up, I can bring some of this color back down. I don't have to do that, but I could. And using really just a dry aspect to this brush, kind of pushing that back in. Okay, so that's done. This, foundation-wise, is completely done. My eyes are bright. My foundation's done. Now let's move on to the eyes so I can have that last bit of eye color and finish the look. Okay, to do my eyes, I'm going to use, I already have the Whisper Pink up here. And I'm going to now use these two shadow scents. One is Garnet, which is a beautiful dark brown, and the other one is the Mocha Java Shimmer. And they're just wonderful neutrals. Something to know is each of these retail for $22 each shadow scent does. The Pearlizer, which is a foundation that comes in the 1 ounce container or 30 mLs, retails for $55, as does the Make Sense foundation. The color I'm using is the cream beige. It retails for $55 also. The Lip Sense retails for $25. The gloss itself retails for $20, just so you know. Getting into the eyes, I'm going to make good use of my product. And I'm going to take a small brush. I'm using 3 brushes here. Can you see these three? 3 paintbrushes. Super fancy. And I'm going to take a little off the wand. And come in here and do my lid. And I am cutting up in the direction of that Whisper Pink. Okay. Each time when I say I'm cutting up in that direction, each time I'm doing that, I'm actually thinning the product. The same thing over here. Because I want everything to blend. Okay. I had to grab my mirror. This is really much more challenging to do when you're using the actual phone as a mirror. All right. Next, I'm going to take the garnet. Garnet is so versatile, and how you apply your makeup eye makeup is going to be different for you than it is for me. That's largely dependent on your eye shape and what kind of look you like. I am going to take this garnet and apply it as close to my eyelashes as possible. See that? It's a very thick, kind of like old Hollywood look, but I'm not going to leave it like that. I could, but I'm not going to. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. No new product on here. I did the same thing over there. All right. I haven't put mascara on my lower lids yet, and I will do that, and I'll put one final coat of mascara on when I'm finished. But without putting any more garnet on this, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Now, because I was using my phone as a mirror, when I put my mirror up, I can see some inconsistencies here. But just do yourself a favor. Don't put your phone, makeup on with your phone. Actually use a mirror. While I'm waiting on this, I'm going to take my toothbrush, super technical. I'm going to brush up my eyebrows. Many of us have asymmetrical faces, which means they're not perfect, they're crooked, or they're asymmetric, they're not even. I am one of those people. That makes me normal just like you, or you just normal just like me. I'm not one of those beautiful people who have just amazing features, you know. But with a little effort, we can utilize what we have to make the best of it. I'm going to take this garnet, no fresh product, and I'm going to simply barely touch the edge of my brow. You see that? I'm outlining the outside of my brow. You see that? This one I've done nothing to. This one I've simply gone along the outside. See what a difference that makes? Kind of got out of line right there. I am not someone who lives in the camp of thick eyebrows. The current trend of having thick bushy eyebrows is not for me. It looks fantastic on some people. I happen not to be one of them. Okay. Now, I'm still a little uneven because I'm just trying to get a suggestion of it. I'm taking the same brush that I used to kind of touch up foundation, apply that to touch up around here. In my opinion, the best makeup is not heavy. The best makeup is, for lack of a better term, precise. All right, that's better. Maybe not perfect, but certainly better. I did not fill it in on the inside. I simply outlined it. Okay. With that the way that it is, still no fresh garnet on my brush. I'm going to take this line and I'm going to sweep it up. Do you see that? I just kind of smudged it a bit, but I term it as sweeping it up because I'm taking that eyeliner and I'm really just utilizing the excess before it completely sets and thinning it out. And in essence, what I'm also doing is blending it. Okay, so I've done that. And now I'm going to take this brush, which is a totally dry little brush, and I'm going to come along right here. Okay. It makes me pretty happy. All right. And there's my face. Did I forget anything? I have blush. I have foundation. I have eye color. I have dimension. I have highlights. I have lowlights. I have all that good stuff. Is there anything that I have forgotten? I'm going to put my last little layer of mascara, and we're going to call it a day. Okay, so there we have it. That's the final look from me today. I will wear this all day long. My kids have a soccer game tonight. I'll wear this during the soccer game. I will have to work outside some in the yard. I'll wear that for this because in addition to being makeup, this is my last layer of skincare to protect my face from the environment. That's important. I want to remind you why I have gotten so enthusiastic and excited about this skincare line. 3 things. Anti-aging. Hello, anti-aging. And I'll go on and on about that in the future, but I can tell you this. After wearing this makeup for the past 4 to 6 months, when I take my makeup off, I look better. I look better than I did before I started wearing this makeup. And that's a relief. Secondly, long wearing makeup. I explicitly liked a lot of the cosmetic lines that I've used in the past from the initial application look, but they weren't long wearing, and I want a long wearing look. I don't have a lot of time, I don't have a lot of energy to be doing touch-ups all day long. This makeup allows me to put it on once and pretty much go about my day. I will reapply my gloss when it comes to my lip scents. And for me, with my body chemistry, the lip scents, usually after 6 to 7 hours, my lip scent starts to break down. I probably don't gloss as much as I should, to be honest with you, but it's really my body chemistry. But still, 6 to 7 hours, 6 to 8 hours, that is really good for one application of lipstick. And then lastly, the versatility. I just showed you how I put my whole face on using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products, 5 things. Foundation and eyeshadows and lip color. Okay, so message me, send a carrier pigeon, smoke signal, text me, whatever. Comment down below if you're interested to know more about this product line or if there's something here that you want to try. Get with me. I can meet up with you. I can let you borrow some things, whatever. The best way to get used to this product is to try it and put it on your face And if you're more comfortable actually playing with it before a purchase, let me know. We'll figure it out. Something to know with the Lip Sense is if this is the first time you've purchased Lip Sense, you need to buy a kit. A kit comes with one gloss, one color, and remover. So you will need all of those things when you get a kit. And once you get a kit, for example, this is a kit. This is a color, a gloss, and a remover. This is a kit, a color, a gloss, color, gloss, remover. Okay, there's quite a bit of variety to colors. There's quite a bit of variety to glosses, and they're a lot of fun to play with. And once you get your kit, you can play around in all sorts of ways. Give me a holler. Let me know how I can help you. Thanks so much for your time and your interest. Much love to you all. Bye-bye.